Hey guys, and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to talk about handling data 3. We're going to talk about cumulative frequency and how to find the quartiles using the cumulative frequency graph. Now, basically, I just want to point out that we can use the Q1 at 1/4 n. This means to find the Q1, we multiply 1/4 by n, which is the total number of data and frequency. I'm sorry, total number. Yeah, the same idea. Total number of frequency or total number of data. This means that if the data is large, we can use that. Or if the data is small, we can use n plus 1 and we multiply it by 1/4. But to be honest, even this one gives you a quite accurate number. So it's okay if you don't do the n plus 1 step. You can use the n multiplied by 1/4 to find the q1, and half multiplied by n to find q2, and 3/4 multiplied by n to find 3. Now let's take a look at one of the questions, and I'll explain more how to find the quartiles using the cumulative frequency graph. Let's take a look. Let's use this question, okay? Here, okay. I'm gonna find it and then sketch it to find the other things. So basically, draw a cumulative frequency diagram, find the median, find the Q1 and the Q3, and then find the IQR. So I'm gonna cover the questions because I need the space. Look here, okay? So first, let me put this here. This is a very important question, so you have to focus on the steps. Let's cover this. I'll cover the question. I just need the table so I can work out the cumulative frequency, and then I'll do a cumulative frequency diagram and explain how to find the quartiles from that diagram. See? Okay. First thing, we understand that this is the frequency. Now I'm going to use this frequency to find the cumulative frequency. And as we explained before, we do that by putting the first number as it is, and then we add the next numbers like this. Find the cumulative frequency. This means we add the numbers together until we reach the total number of frequencies, which is n. So the first number will be 1, like this. Let's write it here. Let's make it small so it fits. So the first number of cumulative frequency is 1. And then we have 1 plus 7 will be 8. And then 8 plus 11 will be 19. And then 19 plus 12, right here, will be 31. Focus on getting the right numbers because a slight change in the numbers might change the answer. So 12 plus 19 will be 31. If you don't know how to add, you can use the calculator. So 31 plus 12 is 43. Sorry, 34. 43, 43. Okay. 31 plus 12 is 43, yes. And then the last one, 43 plus 7 is going to be 50. So the total number of frequencies is 50. This means that n equals 50. Focus on that, okay? So n equals 50. We will need to use this to find the Q's in or the quartiles inside the cumulative frequency diagram. So basically, we found the cumulative frequency. We can write cumulative frequency on top, so we know. Now, n is 50, which is the total number of frequencies. Now I'm gonna draw the diagram over here and show you how to find the quartiles from the diagram. So first, let me do it in black here. Here we have a horizontal line, a vertical line, and a horizontal line like this. Now you'll notice that this one is the data. The data is always on the horizontal line. I'll put it down here. Okay. So the data is always on the horizontal line, and the cumulative frequency should be on the vertical line. This is always like that, okay? So here you're gonna put the cumulative frequency. Let's put it like this. And here the data is in time and it's in minutes. So you can write time like this. Sorry, time. You can make it smaller. Yes. So time, and you can write brackets like this, m inside of it. So when you read it, it's going to be time in minutes. Time in minutes. Now I'm going to put the numbers that suits the data that I have. Now here, this starts from 10. I have to start from 0, and then it goes 10, 15, like this, 15, 20. That's the idea, okay? So it starts at 10 and ends at 40. Starts at 10 and ends at 40. So basically, I can do it like this 0, and then go by tens. So 0, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. Or I can go by fives to make it more accurate. But I need, yes, I need the tens. It's better. 0, 10. Let's give some space here. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just want to make sure that the spaces between them are accurate. So start with 0, end up with 40. Now here, this is the time in minutes. Now here, the cumulative frequency, I noticed that the cumulative frequency starts with 1, ends with 50. It means I have to end with 50 here. So I'll make it 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and I have the 0. Now I have the numbers ready. I can use them to find the coordinates. Now, if I want to find a coordinate here, it means I have to find the midpoint for each one of them. So I have to find the midpoint here, use it with the cumulative frequency, and this will help me to draw the cumulative frequency diagram. So here, to find the midpoints, what should I do? Very good. Add them and divide them by 2. So the idea is about adding and dividing by 2. So 10 plus 15, and then divide by 2. This will help me find the midpoint for each one of them. So here, let me cover this. So 10 plus 15, and then divide by 2. Let me put this here. 10 plus 15 is 25. Good. Divided by 2. So 25 divide 2 is going to be 12.5. So the first midpoint is 12.5. I'm going to write it here. So 12.5. Now let's make it smaller so I have space for the others. So that's the midpoint. And then here, next one, 25, 15 plus 20 is going to be 35. 35 divided 2, it's 17.5. 17.5. Next one, we have 20 and 25. So 45 divided 2 is 22.5. That's the third midpoint. Next one, we have 25 and 30. So 25 plus 30 give you 55. 55 divided 2, it's 27.5. And then the next one will be 30 and 35 is 65. 65 divided 2, it's 32.5. And then the last midpoint here, we have 35 and 40. So it's a 75. 75 divided 2 is going to be 37.5. Now, we found all the midpoints here. Now, after finding the midpoints, I can use them, the cumulative frequency, as coordinates to put them here. So let's do this here. First, let's start with the first coordinate. As I said, this is the midpoint, and we understand how to find the midpoint. We add these and divide by 2. Here we found the cumulative frequency by putting the first number the same, and then adding till we reach the total number of frequencies, which is 50. Now n equals 50. I'll use this to find the quartiles. So here, let's do this. So first, I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna find the coordinate of the first point. So here, let me use the so first coordinate, we have the x's are the time, so these are the x's, and this one is the cumulative frequency, the y-axis. So 12.5, which is over here, that's 10. Let's put 15s. So that's a 5. That's a 15. That's a 25. And that's 35. These points in the middle represents the middle ones, okay? So we understand how to draw it. Basically, when you have a question like this, most likely you will have a grid ready for you, so it's easier for you to use it. Now let's start with the first ones, as we said, 12.5 and 1. So 12.5, which is here, and 1, which is over here. So that's the first point, 12.5 and 1. I'll change the colors because I used red. I'll make it green. So 12.5 over here and 1 over here. Okay, that's the first point. Second point, we have 17.5 and 8. So 17.5, this is 15, 16, 17, 17.5, and 8, which is over here. Next, we have 22.5 and 19. So 22.5, that's 25. 22.5 should be over here, and 19 should be over here. Something like this. I know it might not be that accurate because I don't have like boxes and grids. It's going to be easier for you because you have your own grid. Now, the next one after the 19, we have 27.5 and 31. So 27.5, which is almost here, and 21. 21, maybe here. Yes. And then we have 32.5 and 43. 32.5, which is over here, and 43, go 43, oh, 43, yes, be over here. Yes. And then we have 37.5 and 50. So 37.5 is over here, and 50 thing over here. This is not that accurate, but just to show you the idea of sketching that graph. Okay. Now, the next step that you're going to do is match them with a curved line. Focus on this. In frequency polygons, the lines should be straight, but with cumulative frequency, the lines should be curved. So starting from here, I'm going to go with a curved line like this, and I'm going to go up like this, like this. So the lines should be curved like this, like this, yes. So the idea here, as you can notice, it's a curved line and it's going up. It's a curved line and it's going up. This line will help me solve the rest of the question, which is finding the Q1, Q2, Q3, and the IQR. So basically, let me first make a box here to show you how to find these quartiles. This box, I'm going to divide it into 4 compartments. The first one is finding uh, the value of the Q1, Q2, Q3, Q1, Q2, and Q3. And then the last one will be for the IQR. So let's make a little space. Yes, here. I'll make space for the fractions. Yes. So first, find the Q1. Let's write them here. Q1, Q2, which is the median, Q3, and IQR. You have to follow these steps. First, to find the Q1, take the n and multiply it by 1 over 4. So you're going to say that n times 1 over 4. 1 over 4, like this. As I said, because this is a small number of data, you can use n plus 1, or it's acceptable to use n, no problem. Same idea, okay? So when you say n plus 1, you're going to say 50 plus 1, and then you multiply it by 1 over 4. Same idea, it's going to give you something estimate to the number. But it's okay if you used n only instead of using n plus 1. So to make it easier for you, just use n instead of using other, adding more numbers, okay? So here it's going to be n um, times 1 over 4. That's for Q1. And then for Q2, you're going to say N times here 1 over 2, which is half because it's half of the data. This is the median. Okay. And then for the Q3, let me show you here. I'll use this here. I need this line. Okay. Remove it. Yes. So, as I said, for the Q2, I need this line. I want to move this line. Okay. Just a second. Now, so for the Q1, it's n times 1 over 4, Q2 n times 1 over 2, and the Q3, it's going to be n times 3 over 4, or 3 quarters, like this. As we said, you have to follow the steps to find the answers of these questions. And the IQR, it means you're going to take the Q3, and subtract Q1 from it, okay? This will give you the IQR. So focus on the steps and you'll get the idea. Now, let's start with the first ones here. We have the Q1, so n times 1 over 4. This means 50, which is n, times 1 over 4. This will give me the order of the first one, or the Q1. 50 times 1 over 4 equals what? So here, 50 times 1 over 4 will give me 12.5, equals 12.5. Now, is this the Q1? No, it's not. This is the order of the Q1, or the place of the Q1. It means you go back to the grid here, go to 12.5 on the frequencies, and then follow the line. It will give you the Q1. So this one is the total number of frequencies. It means you have to use it on the frequencies. Focus on this, okay? This is very important. It means you come to the frequency over here. Let's make it here. Okay, I'll use a green line and I'll make it a little bit thick, yes. So basically, this is 12.5 on the frequencies. So this is the frequency. 12.5 will be, this is 15. So 12.5 will be over here. You go till you reach the curve, and then this will take you back to the data down here. So it's 19. Basically, it's 19 something. So I'm going to write it's 19, okay? So this means that Q1 is 19. I'll put it in brackets and say it's 19, like this. So the whole idea is finding the order or the place of the Q1, and then using the order on the cumulative frequency grid or diagram to find the value of the Q1. Okay, to find the value of the Q1. Now, same thing, I'm going to find the value of the Q2. First, I find the order. So I'm going to say 50. Okay, 50. Now let's say I added one here. I made it 51, for example. So 51 times 1 over 4. This will give me 12.75. So 12.75 will be as much as close to this one. So this might not change the answer a lot, okay? Because it's gonna give me an estimate of the Q1. That's the whole idea. Now here, 50, multiply it by 1 over 2, which is half of 50, 1 over 2. And as we know that half of 50 is 25. Let's put it here. Sorry. Yes. So half of 50 is 25. Yes. So as I said, yeah, yeah, we will do the same thing after that. Yeah. So basically, as we said, we're going to multiply the 50 by 1 over 2, and this will give me 25. 25. Now, this is not the Q2. This is the order or the place of the Q2. Same idea. I'm going to make a line to find the Q2. So I'm gonna use a different color. So let's say I use this color. Here, I want to go to 25 on the cumulative frequency. The 25 is over here. I'm gonna go until the line stops me, like this. And when the line stops me, I'll go back to the time, which is 30. Yes, which is 30. So this means that the Q2 is 30. It means I have to write here 30 inside brackets just to show that I understand the idea that this one is the order and this is the value of the Q2. Now I'm going to do the same with the Q3 here. So Q3 is n times 3 over 4. This means it's 50 times 3 over 4. 3 quarters of 50. 3 over 4. I'll make a line, division here. So I multiply 50 by 3 over 4 now to get the value or to get the place of the Q3. So 50 times 3 over 4, which is 0.75, it will give me 37.5. 37.5. Now, the 37.5 is the place or the order of the Q3. Now, I go back to the diagram. I'll use a different color to find the Q3. So 37.5, which means this is 35, 37.5 is here. I go to the grid like this until the line stops me, and then I go back the line. So this is 35. Let's say it's 34, which is over here, something like this. Let's say 34, 34. Yes, let's say 34. So basically, I found the value of Q3, which is 34. I'll write it here in brackets, 34. Close brackets. And by that, I found all the quartiles, Q1, Q2, Q3. I followed the steps that I know about finding quartiles from frequency diagrams. Focus on the steps of the frequency diagram and focus on the steps of drawing and then focus on the steps of finding the quartiles. And then the last thing I should do is find the IQR, and the IQR is subtracting Q3 and Q1 from each other. So Q3 is 34 minus Q1, which is 19. This will give me the answer of the subtraction. So 34 minus 19, and the answer is 15. So the IQR is 15. IQR is 15. I'll write it here, 15. And this is how you answer a question like this. I hope you understood the ideas of finding the cubes or the quartiles, the median, and the IQR. Focus on the steps, focus on giving a good answer, and focus on giving a good cumulative frequency diagram, because any slight change in the drawings or in the calculations, it will give you a different number. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.